Welcome to IPOB Rapture Media. IPOB press release the 14th of March 2024. President Tinubu's call on governors to give land for Fulani ranching is careless and thoughtless. The attention of the global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by the great and indefatigable leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been drawn to the careless call from President Bola Tinubu to the state governors to provide land in each state for Fulani ranching. IPOB considers such a call as careless, thoughtless, and a great insult to the indigenous peoples in Nigeria who have been massacred by the same foreign marauding Fulani terrorists nicknamed herdsmen. Nigerian dailies yesterday reported what could be considered as the most reckless and thoughtless call by President Bola Tinubu during a political inauguration of his agricultural program in Niger State. He was said to have asked the state governors to provide land to Fulanis for Ruga and ranches in the contraption called Nigeria. Perhaps President Tinubu has forgotten that political campaigns where careless promises are made to win elections are over. The recent public call for the state governors to provide land to murderous Fulanis that have committed mass murder against the indigenous peoples in Nigeria is thoughtless, careless, and is emboldening of the herdsmen terrorists. Nevertheless, we in the IPOB movement and family will never allow ceding or selling any part of our ancestral land to these dangerous Fulani terrorists and bandits for whatever reason. The Biafra region has no land for Fulanis for whatever purpose. Biafrans are farmers and pastoralists too. Our lands are not sufficient for Biafrans to farm and rear livestock, let alone ceding some to the dangerous terrorists. President Bola Tinubu can cede part of the southwest land to his Fulani political masters. Moreso, the north has the largest land mass. They can cede some to the Fulanis, but definitely not in the southeast and south-south. In the light of this unfortunate and malicious call from the intimidated President Tinubu, IPOB call all the governors in Biafra land not to surrender Biafra land to the mass murderers and jihadists by obeying the political call to give lands to Fulanis for Ruga and ranching. IPOB and Ndigbo in general will resist any governor who gives or sells any land to Fulanis for whatever purpose. Those regions in the north and middle belt that accommodated Fulanis today are conducting mass burial of their citizens. Many are displaced to IDP camps from their ancestral lands because it has been taken over and renamed by the Fulanis marauding jihadists. Only a wicked leader will sell his people into slavery to enjoy 4 to 8 years of political fame. The ancestral land belongs to the people, not the governors. IPOB will not spare any governor who gives or sells land to the Fulanis jihadists for whatever purpose. Even if any governor is intimidated to give land to Fulanis jihadists, ESN will ensure that Fulanis never settle in any part of Biafra. The former Fulani government of General Muhammadu Buhari, the Miyetti Allah patron, adopted all tricks in the book to establish Fulani jihadist settlement in all the states for future bloody jihad. But Nigerians resisted them. It is unfortunate that Tinubu's government that has subjected Nigerians to an avoidable hunger and economic disaster is pushing an agenda that will further increase food scarcity and insecurity in the contraption called Nigeria. President Bola Tinubu should not think that Fulani jihadists will suddenly love him or free all their kidnapped victims in the northern Nigeria because he wasn't to yield to their demands. Nigeria security agencies have what it takes to launch hostage rescue missions against the northern Fulani terrorists. But if Tinubu's government decides to be intimidated by the mass kidnap antics of the caliphate, then he will end as the worst government in the contraption. The murderous Fulani herdsmen and their sponsors sustain insecurity, insurgency and mass abduction, and ransom payments. Any serious government can stop these atrocities. Unfortunately, Nigeria is a corrupt country that sacrifices her citizens for power and money via insurgency and terrorism. Fulani herdsmen and bandits must know that Biafra territory is a no-go area. We call on the people of the southwest and middle belt to rise up and reject Tinubu's and his Fulani masters' Fulanization agenda. Any region that allows Fulani occupation either by Ruga or ranching is doomed. Comrade Emma, Powerful Media and Publicity Secretary for Ipob.